I want to start off this video by saying go to www.thenotepusher.com, not the dope pusher. We don't sell dope no more, which is part of what this video is about. Go to www.thenotepusher.com, THENOTEPUSHER.com, thenotepusher.com, and pick up my ebook for $8.44. It's a real estate strategy that I use right now and how I'm able to collect money in the streets or in the jungles of Central America after doing 6.5 years in prison and owning multiple units in 7 states in the United States. Go to thenotepusher.com and check out my ebook on how I'm able to relax and chill in Central America and collect funds every month from this strategy that I use with real estate. Now tap into this video, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is See Thy Wealth. See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water. And I want to speak a little bit about just a little bit about my journey from how I was able to turn my 6.5 year prison sentence from being a petty drug dealer into someone that has now moved off grid into the jungle of Central America. As you can see, the jungle's behind me, and how I was able to go from doing 6.5 years in prison to owning multiple units of real estate in 7 states in the United States and now 1 international. I'm only speaking about this because it's a part of my story and it's inspiration and motivation for someone else who may have come from a background of drug dealing, of being a drinker, getting drunk and smoking weed and just being a manipulator, and someone that just really didn't have a vision and where he wanted to go at in life. You know what I'm saying? So I want to kind of I don't know what's going on here. I want to give y'all some inspiration and a little backdrop to that. So I did 6.5 years in prison years ago. The last time I came home was in 2012. It wasn't all 6.5 years at once. I got jammed up for drugs. I did 6.5 months in boot camp. I came home, went right back into doing the same dumb thing, really didn't have any vision, drinking every day, smoking weed, selling drugs, wanting to be accepted by the local people that really didn't give a damn about me, having fear of rejection, fear of abandonment issues, low self-esteem, and I was just chasing attention from the wrong crowd. And money, wanting to get the easy money. Easy money, it never lasts. Come home from the 6 months and 3 weeks boot camp stint and go right back into doing the same thing. Got picked right back up again. Ended up going to jail for 3 years this time. Come home from doing a 3-year sentence. Ended up going right back again for selling more drugs less than a year later. Actually, this time I think they gave me 4.5 years, but I ended up doing 38 months on that one. The first one I did 32 months. The second one I did 38 months. And then the 6.5 month boot camp for a total of 6.5 years in prison total for wanting to sell drugs to the community. When in fact, these people, the major drug dealers are the pharmaceutical companies. They come to the jungles, they grab natural herbs like this one outside of my window called the gumbo limbo. They mix it with synthetic matter and they put a patent on it and they sell it out of a drugstore and they make multi-billions and trillions of dollars. There's no way I could follow in their footsteps. So I was a petty drug dealer trying to take the easy route out. Came from a loving family, didn't grow up in a household with mother and father. Spent weekends with my father. Grew up in my mom's household. She worked tired, and day in and day out trying to provide a life for me and my sister. And then she ended up having to take care of my cousins because her sister ended up going to jail for whatever she did. So we had my boy cousin and girl cousin staying with my sister and myself in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath trailer for a while there. It was crazy. But I ended up coming home from jail this last time, and before I even got jammed up, before jail, I'll say that I had made it up in my mind because I ended up going on a run. I went on a run before they got me, and I said before I got caught, I said I'm not going to jail again. After they get me this time, I'm not going to jail again. I'm trying to get involved with real estate. I just didn't pass the exam. I was trying to get a real estate license. I didn't pass the exam twice because I was in the streets doing dumb stuff, not studying, and really not focused. So I failed the real estate exam twice, ended up getting booked. I came home, took the real estate, came home without a driver's license. So if you come home without a driver's license, if you have I started living with my grandmother on home confinement, got a job. My dad got me a job at this retail outlet. And I just kind of worked my way from there, from a petty drug dealer to a real estate entrepreneur, investor, and now off grid. And I got into the health industry when it comes to like just wanting to take care of self and heal self, because I was having nosebleeds. When I went to boot camp when I was 19, they had high blood pressure. And that's where the nosebleeds was coming from. I was getting nosebleeds from when I was younger. And then I would wake up out of my sleep with these chest pains. Like 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, I would wake up out of my sleep with these chest pains, and it felt like if I took a deep breath, my heart was gonna pop out of my chest. So I had just stopped working my 9 to 5, and I was starting to watch all these individuals on YouTube, and this health stuff started to come up. Dr. Sabi and several other individuals, and I knocked meat out of my diet, and I don't know, I just started to get more involved with cleaner eating. And I started to feel better after the fasting and all. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. And my life just took a turn. The relationship I was in, I wanted to get out of it. Not out of it, but because I wasn't eating meat anymore, I just everything just changed. And I wanted to grow my own food. I started to go towards a more healthier, cleaner eating. And I felt like the way to do that was growing my own food. And then COVID comes around, and then I'm just kind of giving y'all a brief, quick. But I realized when I was doing drug dealing once I was in trouble, I realized I didn't want to be a part of that problem anymore. I was smarter than that. And I knew too much. And there was no way I was going to fail. I could continue to be a failure. I didn't want to go to jail. It didn't matter. I love my freedom. I hate being told what to do. I hate what to do. So it was a dummy. It was like, you can't be smart and in jail. That just any sense unless you're just thrown in there for not doing what they said you did, which happens. But there's no way I could continue to live my life like that. So I told myself I'm never going back to jail again for drug dealing. Ever. And I'm not. And I made a decision I was going to sell houses. And eventually I became a real estate investor. I don't know why my camera's doing this, but God, excuse me. All right. God. I don't know. I just kind of, I got smart, and I said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm too smart for this. There's no way I could continue to go to jail, and this shit isn't cool. So I realized that I had to come home and make some change. I had to make some changes while I was there, not when I came home. That would have been too late. So I made changes while I was there, and I focused on just not coming back and learning something, which was real estate. And I learned as much as I possibly could. I studied. And when I came home, my plan was to take everything I learned and to go somewhere with it. Not to be working for somebody, not to be taking the back seat. Yes, you have to take the back seat to learn sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with taking the back seat. I shouldn't say that. I take that back. But not to be working for somebody long term. I was going to come home, learn what I needed to learn, and eventually be in business for myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you have to do. You have to make up your mind and say, I'm not going back to jail. I want to do right. I want to show my family that I'm not a fuck up. They did knock some sense into me. Everything that I was doing was a result of how I grew up. But now that I'm an adult, I know right from wrong. I have to work on those traumas. I have to work on those triggers. I have to work on those things that doesn't make me feel fulfilled inside, where I feel like I want to take the easy route to go get easy money, to be accepted by a group of men or women, whoever, that don't give a damn about me, because 98% of y'all ain't showing up to see me when I go to jail. So we have to learn and fill the void of what that drug dealing is, or the running the streets. We have to fill those voids, and that's what I did. I filled that void. I didn't want to go back to jail no more, you know? And that's just what it is. And I don't really like to talk about it so much. I just like to keep it in my mind to where I remind myself to never go back. And also to introduce and let y'all know, the people that feel like they're just coming home from jail, like, yo, it's hope out there. Stay strong and stay focused. You gotta stay focused. Don't let nobody come to your doorstep telling you or trying to get you to go back to where you came from, especially when it come to drugs. I had a few cats coming to my doorstep and it's like, no, I'm done. I can't do this no more. I don't want to tell on nobody. I can't do this no more. I'm gonna go ahead and rest. I was a bad drug dealer. I didn't do good at it. So why I'm gonna keep doing it? So it was just time to let it go. You have to realize you're more important than spending time in a fucking cell every day. It's just not worth it. And with that, hopefully y'all can get something from this. Tap in with the videos, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't want to be. I just want to be there for the people that feel like I'm there for them and feel like they can gain something from me. And with that, everybody have a good day. Thank you for watching. This is your man, See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.